Okay, so today I am testing out the DJI Osmo 360 to see if this is any good for hiking and any miscellaneous adventures, mostly hiking. We'll see what that's like. Intro. Okay, so I do have consumer level experience with the 360 cameras. I've owned the GoPro Hero Max, and I've also owned two of the Insta360s. It was like the X4 and the X5. Now I'm hoping with this Osmo 360 with the dual 1-inch sensors and the Dlog-M that the footage is going to be better. I'm hoping with the bigger sensor size that we get better low light quality, and we are going to go into these dark woods here and see how the low light quality is with these. Okay, we are in the thick of it here. It's actually quite dark. The canopy is kind of blocking quite a bit of the light, and there is a fair bit of overcast. So this will be a pretty decent test. There's a lot of darkness in here and in here. But I just wanted to see what it was like if the Dlog-M is going to allow me to bring up some of the shadows and possibly bring down some of the highlights so I can make it decent enough footage. So another thing that I want to look out for is the stabilization. Is the stabilization as good as the other ones? It's supposed to have the rock steady, which is pretty good on the DJI Action 4. So holding this out in front of me will give me a good idea as I'm walking what it will look like. There'll probably be some up and down bounce, which is hard to get rid of unless you have a gimbal and you do your ninja walk, but oh yeah. I feel like that's gonna be super stable, especially at 30 frames per second. So one thing this won't ever do is get those cool detailed shots like this. Like now I can't even find it on here. There. Now let me show you. This is why you bring your phone, so you can get right down in there and go boop, boop. Get a way more detailed shot like this. And then watch your step, because you don't want to kill it. And bam, just like that. You're now an award-winning cinematographer. So a feature on the DJI Osmo 360 that I really like is that it has a built-in 105 gigabytes of memory, which is fantastic. It won't get you through a full hike, but sometimes if you're out on an adventure, you're doing a hike and you've taken your micro SD out and you forgot to put it back in, and a bear comes out of the woods and mauls your face, you can just hit record and capture that. So then you'll get all the likes and the views, and you'll go viral and be amazing for like 5 minutes, and it'll be fantastic. But if it didn't have that built-in memory, then you'd just have a mauled face for no reason, like an idiot. And that's where DJI Osmo 360 is fantastic. So you can get a mauled face, not just in vain. It would be all for that 5 minutes of fame. Fantastic. It would be great. I've got to go put honey on my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed that people do when they get 360 cameras, and I was guilty of this when I first got one, and it makes your life miserable in the editing process, is they get it, they put it in auto, they set forget, they hit record, and they just wander around looking all over at everything. And when it comes to editing that, it's just a nightmare. To help you with that, I want to give you a couple tips. One, use this camera like it's a regular camera. So right now I have it set up on a tripod. I could have went to single lens. I just like the 8K so I can punch in and out. If there's something around, I can make some movement, have it slide back and forth. I do this sometimes vlog style, walking around with it, but what they do is they'll take the camera and they'll go like that and hold it right in front of them like this. This is absolutely horrendous. As hot as the inside of your nose may be, I just don't think the rest of the world is ready for that kind of hotness yet. So just treat this, once again, like a camera. The sensor is here, so shoot it so you're looking at the sensor. Then you can edit it around however you want a little bit after. So as I was saying, some people, they just take it and they go like this and they're like, oh, this is amazing, this is so cool. And they're looking around, they're like, wow, this is incredible. Look at all these shots I'm getting. Wee, woo, wow, whew. And then they just don't want to edit that footage. Okay, so all in all, the DJI Osmo 360 is a pretty fantastic camera. The Dlog-M is pretty good. The battery life actually surprised me. I've been out here for about 2.5, close to 3 hours, and I'm at 5% battery, and that's with just like kind of leaving this going, shooting 8K, 30 frames, getting B-roll and all of that jazz. I think the only things that I don't necessarily like, I wish it had full D-Log. That would be way better. And if you could change out the lenses yourself, so when you're on a hike and you drop it like an idiot, I don't know who does that, but some people, and you could change the lens yourself. That's the only critique really that I have. I mean, it's still a 360 camera, so it's kind of limited, but all in all, as far as 360 cameras go, this has been my favorite one to use so far. So anyways, hope you like this. I hope you want to follow along for some more adventures and things. I'm going to start making some more videos. I got this because of a huge trip I got coming up, and I also got something else that I'm going to review later. I think it's the DJI Osmo Nano, so stay tuned for that, and well, I'll see you later.